Welcome back into the Dynasty Nerds YouTube page. I am Garret Price, and today I'm going to be talking about 4 sneaky starts for week 4. Number 1 on my sneaky starts list this week, we're going to start with quarterback Taylor Heinicke from the Washington football team. Taylor Heinicke, since starting and taking over for Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's actually been quarterback 12 and quarterback 10 over weeks 2 and 3. This week, he gets to face Atlanta, which is the 4th easiest quarterback matchup overall. There could be a decent amount of points put up in that game. And if you're dealing with any quarterback injuries, quarterback struggles, different things like that, Taylor Heinicke is actually a really good sneaky start this week. At the running back position, let's go over to Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds this week is going against the Rams. And yes, I know you're saying a running back against the Rams. They haven't necessarily been as dominant as people think. They're 11th overall. They're the 11th most difficult so far against running backs. But where they've been vulnerable is in the receiving game. And that's where Chase Edmonds really thrives. He's averaging 5.7 targets per game, which is actually 3rd overall amongst all running backs so far. And this will probably be the first negative game script we've seen for the Cardinals. They're 3-0. They've been beaten up on everybody so far. This will be the first time that they're really going to be challenged, and there'll be times where they're probably going to be down in this game. I think it's going to be a good opportunity for Chase Edmonds to get a lot of receptions, maybe not a lot of rushing yards, but those PPR points are going to be there for Chase Edmonds. In the wide receiver game, we're going to go with Jalen Reagor as our sneaky start of the week here. They're going up against Kansas City this week. And so far, Kansas City's actually been pretty susceptible against wide receivers. Overall, they've been actually pretty susceptible against most offenses for fantasy football purposes. And they're the 9th easiest against the wide receiver. They're going to need big plays in order to be able to keep up with Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes and that explosive offense. If there's one guy on this team that can get big explosive plays, it's Jalen Reagor. And on top of that, he's gotten at least 5 targets every single week so far. And he's even had as many as 8 targets in a game. So they're looking for him. He has the ability to make a big play. He's a good sneaky start at wide receiver. My last sneaky start is Jacoby Meyers for the New England Patriots. Now, I know they're going up against Tampa Bay this week. Tampa Bay traditionally has a very good defense, but what they're best at is in their front 7. Their secondary is actually pretty weak. That's why they just signed Richard Sherman, who probably won't be able to play this week. But Jacoby Meyers last week had 14 targets. He hauled in 9 of those for 94 yards. On top of that, they just ruled James White out for the season, so that's another receiving option that's gone for this team. They're most likely going to be down for most of this game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I expect plenty of targets to go Jacoby Meyers' way, and I think he could easily end up as a wide receiver 3 this week.